Hello everyone, welcome to Literature in My View Karthi, and in today's video we will discuss about Indian Reservation Caughnawaga, a poem written by A.M.Klein. The poem is about Caughnawaga, which means Red Indians, and it shows how the colonization affects the Caughnawaga, who are one among the group of tribes in Indian Reservation of United States of America. Indian Reservation is nothing but the official designation of several groups of native tribes of America. Then about the author A.M. Klein, that is Abraham Moses Klein. He is one of the famous 20th century Canadian poet, lawyer, journalist and short story writer. He is also one of Canada's greatest poet and leading figure in Jewish Canadian culture. Let us get into the poem. The poem consists of 5 stanzas, and this video separates the stanzas into several parts so that it would be easy to understand the exact theme and content. The first line of the poem and also the first stanza of the poem is in the question form, and it also points the current scenario or the current situation of the Red Indians. The question also clears that the Red Indians were once really brave and great, but now the scene has changed due to colonization and less for Western culture. In this poem, A.M. Klein gives two views about the Red Indians. In the first view, he gives certain information that are believed by him when he was a child. And in the second view, he becomes an adult, and in the state, he realizes the true situation, the current reality of the Red Indians. He concludes this poem by pointing the Red Indians as ghosts who are tempted by the Western culture or forced by the Western civilization and finally lost their identity. As a child, Klein came to know that the Red Indians were very brave and their faces were like atom fruit, which describes their wisdom, and those wise men stare at their child from the colored frontispiece that is nothing but the colored door of their house. In the second line, the term stare at the child also indirectly specifies the exchange of knowledge from one to another in the nature's environment. As a child, Klein also came to know that the chief of Red Indians speak only few words, but it has more weightage and meaning. The Red Indians used to paint their body in red color, and they used to wear tall feathers over their head and also as their dress, and they wore some of the heavy metals. Those tribes also have good relationship with other animals like deer, buffalo and bear also. This resembles characters in Aesop's fables. In Aesop fables, the animals and humans speak with each other. They have good relationship. Likewise, the Red Indians have mutual and good relationship with the animals. These are all the information that are known by Klein when he was a child. And in childhood, he also wished to be an Indian, and he also recollects one of his personal experience. In one afternoon, while he was in classroom, he wanted to leave the classroom chalk, the varnish smell, the water dust of the streets, and to enter into the clean and natural environment of the tribes. Iroquois are also a group of tribes, but as a child, he had seen those Red Indians only as a calendar. In that calendar, there stood the Red Indian chief with arms in his hip, waiting for the runaway mascot paddling to his shore. But when the child grown up and becomes an adult, he comes to know the real situation of the Red Indians. That past scene has changed completely. The changes are the Red Indians are not at all painting their bodies red. They are not wearing bronze medals. They are not wearing those feathers, and even their names are become civilized like French names, forgetting their traditional names. Then the state of the squaws. They are the wives of Red Indians. They are not wearing vegetable grasses, but they are wearing the normal dresses, and the children of Red Indians are jumping and biting the dust to get the brown pennies scattered at the church stone thrown by the tourists. This itself shows the poverty of the Red Indians. one of the major effects of colonization. And in the current situation, the gadgets, the things that are used by the Reddians are only sold in the shop and they are not at all used by the Reddians now. Such things are the beater shoes, the sweetgrass basket, burnt wood, gaudy cloth, inch canoes, trophies, and scalpings. The Red Indians had a practice of preserving their enemy's skull with them, but now they are only in the museum and the antique shops. Still, sometimes the Red Indians dance their traditional dance before the white mayor but for the bribe, which shows their emergence of civilization but the death of their identity. Still, we can see the grassy ghetto not as the Red Indians' home but as a living thing in the museum, which remembers us that were once the home of the Red Indians. As a civilized men, these tribes also provide from hunting too. And in the last stanza, Klein points that the animals pale, the shine of the fur is last. According to my view, the animal pale shows the change in the behavior of Red Indians. As a tribe, they are considered as animal by civilized people, but now they are also becoming a civilized men and the animal in them is becoming pale, and their shine of the fur is also lost, but their living bones are bleeding because they are losing their identity in the name of civilization. Klein really feels very bad for that change and considers those Red Indians as the pious, prosperous ghosts because they turned their religion into Christianity in the name of civilization and doing all sort of job to get well living, losing their original identity. That's all about the poem. If you have any doubt or found any mistake, just comment that so that I'll try to rectify my mistake. If you want any other literary topic, kindly suggest that in the comment section. Thanks for watching this video.